there's three types: monster, trap, and spells. These are monsters. They're mostly brown. Spells, green, and red for
Oh, it fell out.
These lights are not the best. Resources.
Now, everybody knows what about Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes?
I've got like 700 cards at home.
That's more than me, including my deck. You want to see them?
Sure.
Each one has an effect that might destroy your monster or do damage to your life. Usually, there's containers, star decks, and structure decks. Containers contain cards, structure decks can add cards to it, and your star deck is like basically saying you're on your own now. I started collecting these because I've gotten to hold my deck so much. 2009, 2010. I had to get a container and sleeves, ran out, lost my deck, and container, and dueling cards to show. Got them back, got some more sleeves, finished them off. Every time I go shopping, I ask my parents, can I go get some cards? The only basic answer they always say is no.
If you have the money for them. Yes, go ahead.
Now, usually they cost like $10 around. Or the highest one I remember that cost a lot was like $30. Those were never expensive, really. I always, sometimes you might be funny, kill yourself. Doing part, well, they're hard to play if you don't know how to play the rules. Don't play the rules, you'll forfeit. No. Now, when you duel, you have like 40 to 60 cards in your deck. That's a lot of cards. You can add some rules to them if you want to, the duel. But you only have to play with life points. That tells you how much you play. Person who goes to 0 first, well, you're out of here.
They die, yes. So, how can you, what are the various ways that you can organize those?
Put them in their types: monster, spell, trap. There's also special cards that are limited edition. They don't last long. I have a couple of them. Like Endora, the Dragon's Destruction, Elemental Hero Staphos. And in the sleeves of the monsters, something called Master Gift.
I got a question.
Yes.
Who's Elemental Hero Staphos?
It's a warrior type monster whose effect, level 4, its attack and defense points is 1800 for attack and defense points. It has, in fact, there's also monster types too. There's normal monsters, they don't have effect, but they have strong attack and defense points. Effect monsters, they have effect, like if you play face down, your opponent attacks, flip up, or flip effect initiates. It says like, you destroy one of your opponent's monsters. And there's synchro monsters, but they're different. Some of them, well, there's something called the extra deck zone. That's where they come from. And some of them, you need a tuner monster. They have specs too, but different kinds.
Okay. So you have them organized. You got them in sleeves there. What other ways are there just to keep them?
Put them in a deck and keep them and dual opponents with them. And they're surprised how long you've been dueling.
So you can get them and keep them in the original packaging, assemble decks with them, put them in the sleeves, and there are different kinds of sleeves. That's a simple drop-in kind. One thing to be careful of on sleeves is buying good quality plastic or other kinds. If you're looking at long-term storage, you want to get the best quality, the highest quality sleeves you can. Otherwise, the cheap that, or do you put them in notebooks?
I put them in a binder, yes, a little floppy. If I want to get some, if I have any new deck containers or structure decks, I put them in here. And the cards I want to put in my deck, they're there.
I want to ask, what's the most valuable card you got?
Mostly it's like limited edition cards. Now one powerful limited edition card is called Majestic Red Dragon. It's got like a massive 4,000 attachments. Bad news is it's going back to the extra decks during the end phase. But during synchro summoning, there's only one problem. Some monsters of synchro summoning, they require components for it. Like, for it, you need Red Dragon, Archbane, Majestic Dragon for the tuner, and one non-tuner monster. Yes.
Do you know who has the most valuable card?
No. I think some of my friends have them, but my sister has some cards, but we don't really do. I just do them myself.
Okay.
Do you know who has the most valuable card?
Do you have the Egyptian god cards?
I heard they have a collection now, but my Uncle John, he's been collecting cards a longer time than me, but he told me, don't go for the powerful cards yet. I heard of them, yes. Like, Obelisk the Tormentor, Cyber the Sky Dragon, Wing Dragon of Ra. Oh yeah, just remind myself. Some monsters' attack points are questionable. Like Fortune Lady Dark. Her attack points depend on her level, times that by 400. So, her level for attack points. And this is what we yes, thank you. And also, some monsters are required tributes. For Master Gizzy summon, he has to tribute 2 monsters to summon him out because it's high level. First rule of everything. High monsters are mostly attacked are high levels. But sometimes they have weak levels if you overestimate. Don't get yourself confused with these types.
Now, one of the things with Yu-Gi cards is very good. They keep bringing out new series, new sets of cards that you can use. So depending on when you start your collection, there may be a whole bunch of cards that are older than yours. And it depends then on whether you want to use these for playing or whether you're actually trying to collect them and make each set. Now, obviously, if you were going to go back and try to get the first cards, what do you think the price is going to be on that? High or low? High. And why is it high?
Because it was the original set.
Original sets are hard to find. There's not many of them around, and so the fewer that there are around, the more valuable they are.
More people want it.
People want it. I mean, if there's a card that nobody wants,
It's not gonna be valuable.
then
That card called.
I've seen cards for like 10 cents.
Attack Shoe or Biting Shoe or something like that, which was one I always needed and I never could get, and that's like the cheapest thing you can get out of it.
Yep. There are, some people buy or collect the baseball cards, and the early baseball cards are very valuable because people use them, threw them out, didn't keep them, and so there's not many of them around anymore. And that tends to make them very expensive.
My dad has a collection of football cards and he comes to baseball cards